Hi everybody. We're here with the next episode finally of Worst Wrestling Ever. I'm Sage. This is my broadcast colleague Fox, and we are going to look at the 1995 King of the Ring.
Also, it's cold.
Yeah, it's very, very cold. I may have forgotten some stuff because it's been a while, because I think I watched this before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
So-
me too. I did make extensive notes.
I have my notes too, but I don't remember everything. But I do remember that this event should have been Savio Vega. Like, this event should have made Savio Vega.
Yeah. This starting off is right off the bat of this booking decision that should have been made. That would have made this event a whole lot better.
Yeah. But I have here the first match, which would have been like I guess kind of a dark match because I don't think
They would have put it on a in like the
pre-show.
Yeah.
Savio Vega versus Erwin R. Shyster.
IRS versus Savio Vega.
My
note was it was a simple match. It was fine.
Yeah, well, I had your Razor Ramon couldn't wrestle because of an injured wrist, so Savio took a spot. Yeah, that's my note here. Vega wins a perfectly cromulent match. It's fun, it's a fine opener.
Oh, cromulent.
Yes.
You have cromulent in the notes?
Yep.
You do have
I have
cromulent in the notes.
Vega
Nice.
wins with the Caribbean kick, the spinning heel kick. And then next up we have Yokozuna versus Savio Vega.
For the actual thing. Jim Cornette is always a treat.
I love Jim Cornette.
And he came out managing Yokozuna.
Mm-hmm.
Yokozuna dominated the entire match.
As I said, a solid big man match. Very 1995 WWF.
I do have to note, we were getting USA chants from the crowd.
Yeah.
Even though Savio Vega was from Puerto Rico.
Which is still technically United States.
Very, very, very technically, yes.
And then, yeah, Yokozuna would be, because he's Japanese. And I have Owen tries to help out his tag team partner, but ends up costing Yokozuna the match.
Because Savio won by count out.
Yep.
Next up, I had the Roadie versus Bob Holly.
I have a note here on the promo where Jerry Lawler, he's like, his whole kiss my foot match with Bret Hart. Jerry does a promo where he's like, letting his foot get as gross as possible.
Yeah.
Like, just very, very, like, old school heel kind of stuff right there. He's like, I'm gonna get my foot, I'm gonna stick it in gross stuff, and...
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, alright, that's all I got now, is Roadie.
Roadie versus Bob Holly.
Yep. Sparky Plug!
And at that time, I had it as this was the best match so far. I thought.
Yeah. I have a note here that, Bob Holly's not hardcore yet, but his mullet sure is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this was it was a nice, intense match, because the two of them kind of, like, put it on. The ending was a little disappointed, where, Holly went for the pit stop plunge, and then, Roadie just kind of got his foot up.
Yeah.
Let's see, I have next, HBK does a really crappy promo before his match with Kama Mufasa!
The match itself, it's hard to get a bad Shawn Michaels match.
Yeah.
The classic overselling from HBK.
I have a note here that at one point, Kama Mufasa throws HBK over the ropes and turns around and gloats. I'm like, this isn't the Rumble match, you fool! And of course, Shawn Michaels skins the cat and brings himself back in.
But a rare time limit ending.
Yes.
And both were eliminated.
Yeah, sudden match ends. But honestly, it's a really good match, and like
the last time I've seen a match being called for time, AEW did it.
Yeah.
And they actually surprisingly stick to time limits.
Yeah.
In that company, and that is a welcome surprise, but you still don't see it very often.
And I think Kama, who would later become the Godfather, is very underrated as a wrestler. Like, he is just a very, very solid worker.
I had a promo, Bob
Bob Backlund,
Backlund's
yes.
campaign promo.
Yep.
It's
Fun.
funny. It's funny how bad he is at politics.
Yeah.
Because you don't make friends putting carrots in cheesesteak.
You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad.
But specifically, you're in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You're pushing cheesesteak. And let's get rid of all this unhealthy stuff and put a carrot in it. Play to your crowd, man. That should be the strong suit of any politician.
That's why he's a heel, because he's so bad at it.
Yes.
Mable versus Undertaker.
Yes.
Because I had a note here. I'm like, why does everybody think this event sucks so bad? And then Mable versus Undertaker. I'm like, oh,
That's
no.
why. The winner got a bye to the finals.
Yeah, and
which means these two big guys were going to have the easiest road to the end, no matter who won.
right, and just I know you're saying the match isn't like I've seen worse Mable matches than this one, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
And of course, you know, in order to save face from Mable, you had to give him a bye because he's not no way he's gonna wrestle 3 matches in one night. Kama Mufasa interferes, costs Taker the match for some reason. I have no idea why he...
In story, apparently, Taker was weakened because his urn was destroyed.
Oh, okay.
I did pick that up.
All right.
In story mode, his urn had been destroyed and melted down into like gold chains. And that was one of the reasons why Undertaker was weakened. I picked that up by watching it.
But yeah, it was just very poorly booked because the Kama interference and
yeah.
So I have a note here about the WWF Hall of Fame banquet, and it's nice to know that even in 1996, the Hall of Fame shit is still boring as sin.
Yeah. I mean, you're supposed to respect the business.
And it's fine to respect the business, but they never do it in a way that's entertaining. It's always just, hey, here are these legends. I'm like, cool, that's nice. Like, I like it. I appreciate it. I think now, because they just kind of go into the Hall of Fame stuff, in the modern era, it would be nice. They should honestly just put that stuff online for the people who, like, are interested. But, like...
I'm glad the Hall of Fame now is its own separate show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
they do the big ceremony thing in a separate special event.
That's good. Because, and I'm not being not trying to be disrespectful to these legends. I don't really care to see a bunch of names read off. Like, I think if we're going to do a Hall of Fame show, it would be kind of nice. Maybe just when you introduce a Hall of Fame member, let us watch one of their, like, iconic matches so that we get some actual wrestling in the... But anyway, Savio Vega versus Rhodey?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Match felt rushed to me.
Yeah, especially with these two who had the talent to go on a little longer.
Let's see, what was it? Oh, I can barely read my own handwriting.
It's like, I did note that, like, this was not an era of wrestling that I actually had actively watched a whole lot of.
Yeah.
But this match made me a big fan of Savio Vega.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I said. Like, just this whole show, I think should have been a star-making opportunity for Savio Vega.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, in this era of WWE, he wasn't big and he wasn't white. So
right, and Vince loved big, huge white dudes.
Yup.
When he wasn't fascinated by big, huge black dudes.
Yep.
But more on that later.
big, huge boobs on blonde women.
Yes. Because, you have to counteract the allegations that he might be gay for liking the big, huge guys.
Exactly. Here's a note. Vega wins with a flying knee to the roadie and a quick schoolboy. And then an interview after the match where Doc Hendricks translates with a bunch of old dated jokes. But this is 1995, so that's just kind of where wrestling was.
Yeah. The next thing I have is going to the Jerry Lawler Bret Hart
Yep, that's what I got
Kiss
too.
My Foot match.
Lawler does a little promo on the way to the ring because that's what Jerry Lawler is here for.
I did say that a surprising lack of cheating. I expected there was some, but there was not as much as I expected there would have been.
I like Lawler's character work. Like, I think so much modern wrestlers could learn from him because he didn't cheat. He didn't do a lot of cheating, but he always kept character. Just that arrogance, that very, very.
I'm gonna make you kiss it, and
Yeah.
I made it bad.
Yep. It does where he does the thing like with his gross ass sock, like pulling his gross sock out and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a good match, and Bret Hart, of course, wins with a sharpshooter.
I mean, Hakushi came out, but it didn't really seem to help much.
Yeah. He just gets beat up by Hart.
Eventually, Jerry tapped and had to kiss Bret's Canadian Stomper.
Yep. And I have a note on here, like, I love... Oh, and then remember, Bret Hart makes Lawler kiss his own foot. And then the look on Hakushi's face is like, he just murdered poor Jerry Lawler.
Next thing I have is the King of the Ring final.
That's what I've got too.
Savio
Mable versus Savio Vega.
Savio Vega versus Mable. I did not want to watch this match, but I knew I had to, so I did. One had everything handed to them. The other fought through 4 matches, and the undeserving ball of lard won the thing.
And this match, you could absolutely see the fatigue wearing it on Savio Vega.
Yes.
He wasn't moving with the kind of speed and energy he had. And like, I guess from a story standpoint, like, even with Mable winning via the splash, by the way, there's a moment like he gets pinned and Vega kicks, but doesn't have the strength to kick out. And I think that really worked to the match because it just showed that Vega had just been worn down by the fact that he'd wrestled 3 times as many matches as Mable had.
Perhaps it makes you think that perhaps if it was a more fair situation, Vega could have won.
Yeah, and that's just it. The match looks like Savio, had it been just straight one-on-one, Savio probably could have beaten Vega.
I wouldn't have minded the outcome and this whole storyline if they did anything with Vega afterwards.
Exactly, because Vega absolutely, I think, should have challenged Mable for the crown. Been like, you wrestled 1 match and you had Kama Mufasa's help. I wrestled 3 matches before this and won every single one of them. So, I mean, I guess technically, Owen interfered in that one, even though
it was a count-out victory.
Yeah. But Savio Vega, Savio Vega looked like an Iron Man in this event, and Mable looked like he was handed the crown. And I get he was supposed to be the heel in this, but like you said, they just didn't they didn't follow up any of the booking that they actually had.
I don't remember them letting Savio Vega go anywhere in the Federation.
I don't remember it either. Yeah, it just especially watching this match, I'm like, this should have been a star-making night for Savio Vega, and they blew it on a big guy.
I put my final thoughts down before I realized that
there was one more match.
There was actually one more match afterwards. But my final thoughts just simply said it was a good event ruined by a bad decision. It should have been Savio Vega's night.
I absolutely agree.
But there was one more match, actually.
Psycho Sid and Tatanka Buffalo versus Diesel and Bam Bam Bigelow. I love Psycho Sid's music. Yep. I love it so much.
It's good.
During the promo, Bam Bam says Diesel's gonna prove he's the WWE champion. He's like, you want to prove he's the WWE champion? I'm like, does he need to prove it? He's got the belt. Like, that's...
Although my normal standard is I don't usually like watching the big boys wrestle, but there are exceptions. Kevin Nash, for example, is one of those ones I love watching. I like watching
Mhm.
Diesel. Sid too.
I like Psycho Sid. I think Psycho Sid is underrated as a wrestler. I think he had some weird personal stuff, like the situation with him and Arn Anderson and stuff, that has kind of tainted the way some people see him. But no, I think Psycho Sid is a great wrestler.
I like Tatanka.
I like Tatanka. I like Bam Bam Bigelow.
I was indifferent towards Bam Bam, but you put the other people in the match, it's great.
That's kind of how I feel about Kevin Nash. I've never been the world's biggest Kevin Nash. I don't hate Kevin Nash, but I've always thought kind of meh toward Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
But honestly, this was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Just kind of everybody brought their A game here.
And honestly, it was a good palate cleanser after the.
It almost like
the
they probably knew that fans were going to need something after Mable and Savio Vega.
That was probably good instinct.
Yeah, honestly, my final thought too, because like I said, a lot of the shows I've gotten off here, I've gotten off lists of the worst wrestling shows of all time. And once again, to any of you marks out there who want to offer a suggestion, I'm more than willing to listen to you in the comments, because I have, which I actually forgot my stack of cards I have, so we'll have to just figure it out.
We'll do it through text and all that other stuff.
What the next show is going to be, but once again, this worst wrestling show of all time? Really? There are honestly only really two bad matches, which was the two Mable matches.
Yeah.
Everything else was fine. I think a lot of people didn't like the fact that Bret Hart was in that kind of really gimmicky Kiss My Foot match, but I think it worked, especially since he got the chance to just put Lawler in his place, which is at this point what everybody kind of wanted to see.
Yeah. We were going to do Crown Jewel 2018.
Yeah, but we couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, not without ponying up some dough, you
Yeah.
know, things like that, because I'm sure.
And we are poor, so
yeah. So we drew again and wound up with this.
And I put the 20 Crown Jewels at 2018 back in the deck of cards.
In case we find it again.
Yeah, if we pull it again, maybe somebody's leaked it on Daily Mo. Because 2016 was on Daily Motion. So, I mean, given a year or two, who knows if 2018 will get put on there or not. But yeah, I thought this was a perfectly fine event. This was not, in my mind, the worst wrestling ever. This was... I actually kind of liked a lot of the show. I liked the Jerry Lawler match. I liked the Tatanka, Sid Vicious, Bam Bam Diesel match. I liked Vega versus IRS. I liked Vega versus the Roadie. So yeah, once again...
Turns out, I guess I liked Vega.
Yeah, right? I slept on Savio Vega too until this, and I'm like, holy crap, Savio Vega is way better than I thought he was.
Found out where his niece got it from. Zelena Vega, who is currently still active in
WWE. But anyway, I guess that'll be it until the next event. Well, I'll let you use the catchphrase.
Until then, I'll see you in the ring.
Bye.